blue sky here in Milk River, Alberta. Hi everyone, Steve Britton here. I figured out how to get the camera facing the right direction. So I'm now streaming live on a bunch of sites. I'm not counting what they are. Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. Hello to our first viewer. I'm going to wander around up to 2 now. So I'll wait for a few moments before I really get going here. So this is Milk River, Saturday morning, February something, 2022. I'm here 2 nights now, sleeping in my car, and I'm just going to wander through the crowd here. If you can hear me, put it up in the chat, please, so I want to know that you can hear me. Everyone, don't worry about my screen here. I'm just this guy, you know. So, we go live here, Milk River protest. Check out this food, everybody. All of this food is generously donated and supplied by these wonderful people who just do it out of the passion and the goodness of their hearts. Standing here supporting the cause of freedom across this country.
Comments on there.
Coast to coast to coast. Oh, what do we have here? We have a Scottish flag. Let's have a look. Got at least one horse. Oh, this horse's name. I know this horse. I recognize it. I recognize his owner as well. This is Play the Horse. So.
Just some skill shot for now.
Go Scotland, go!
Yeah.
That's your background, is it?
Yep.
Yes.
My dad, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
You mind if I say your name on the camera?
Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bev. I'm Steve, and we're here near Milk River. This is Clay, right?
Yep.
My memory serves me well today. What do you know? All right, so you're the thing for the rest of the gang to join you? What do you call a group of riders? A herd.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. That's a good word for me. All right. Yeah, ride safe. You look like you're having fun too.
You're not going to fold me.
Oh, we got a big camera here. Who's this? See if we can find the logo on the side. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here. You're with CBC. Yes. I'll say hi to you anyway. Hi.
He's just doing his job.
You're doing your job, right?
Yeah.
Are you the camera guy or are you the reporter guy?
Camera guy.
Okay. Do you understand at the very least? I'm not going to ask you your opinion because I know you're not allowed to tell me your opinion. Do you understand why there is such hostility towards the CBC?
Oh, I know. They think we're fake news. So.
Well, why do you think that? Why do you think that
Well,
think that there's fake news?
You know what? I don't even watch the news. So.
No, but you take pictures, right?
I take pictures.
So
Yeah.
when you're taking pictures, are you told to take pictures
No.
of things
No,
that are
not at all.
Not in particular?
Not at all.
So you get to be independent.
Yeah.
of what
Totally.
you
We're
think
being
that's
friendly
awesome.
right now, guys.
Like I can take whatever. Like it's up to me.
It's
So I
good.
do editorialize with my pictures, but I'm not that type
Welcome
of
to
guy.
talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So-
individual. So,
So
what
who
he's
would-
saying, did you hear what he's saying?
I'm sorry, I was yelling at these guys.
Okay, so what this gentleman's saying,
Yeah.
he works for
Just
CBC.
shutting this off to say
He gets to be independent of what he chooses to take photos
Pictures
and
of.
videos.
That's fair.
of,
Yeah.
So
And then the reporters report. So he's an individual.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
so
he's
I
saying
can
he's a
shoot
good
whatever I
person.
feel
Oh,
like
okay.
shooting here.
So,
So
he's
it's
not
I
quasi
necessarily.
freelance?
don't like look for weirdos or
Yeah.
like
You're looking for news.
Yeah.
no. I'm just
No.
it's called B-roll. It's
Oh, you're
So
doing the
that-
B-roll stuff.
B-roll.
I know B-roll.
It's
What's
just like
B-roll?
Yeah. Sweet.
pictures of
It's
the
just
event.
yeah, and there's no and then
Well,
voiceover.
I edit too, so
Oh,
no. If I edit this story, I'd be like using.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
There's a whole lot of nothing that happens here.
Well,
Honestly.
yeah, So
So, all right.
we're
Well,
looking to do an interview though.
Yeah.
Will you go on camera?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll do that on the condition that is it okay with you if I record the interview as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna.
But just
Okay.
stay out of.
I will obviously stay out of the shot, but I'm gonna.
Can you come here? Oh, are you with the Freedom? Pardon? Are you with the riders? Like your sticker. Okay.
I'm in the shot. Let me know.
So we're all what? Basically.
No, I know that. I just thought that you were maybe out of place.
Oh, I wish I would. Oh, let him get a shot. Can you put it? Okay, you can put it on.
I'll get it out.
Small fringe minority.
So just step into the light. Okay, Carol, put that in your other hand. The other way.
Yes, you would.
Take a second.
Oh, baby. I would tell you if something was
Gotta look good for the camera, you know.
Don't worry, it's only
You're
here.
looking sharp.
Okay.
Doing the tight shot, right?
Oh my God, you're so far.
You're the reporter for CBC?
That's the weirdest thing. For 2 years, they've been rolling it together. We show up, now they don't want us.
I'm gonna get that on tape.
You know what? Can you just square up a little bit to the camera? Yeah.
The sun's breaking my
I
eyeballs.
like you.
Well, look at Carol. Okay, Carol.
Okay, so can you say and spell your name for me, Jenny?
Sure, it's Jenny Higgins. H-E-N-I, that's one N, one I, Higgins, H-I-G-G-I-N-S.
Higgins.
That's right. Like on Megan Piano.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ontario originally,
Yeah.
but I live in Kimberley, BC, and that's where I'm from.
You have come all the way from Kimberley, BC.
That's right.
Why?
Why? To stand up for our freedoms and support the truckers who started this movement for us.
Tell me a bit about your trip. How long was the trip?
The trip was about 5 hours.
So that's a decent hike.
Yeah, beautiful drive.
And are you just in a vehicle, camper?
I truck. Yeah.
You're in a truck?
Yeah, plan on going to Ottawa next.
And who's with you?
Girlfriend.
You and a girlfriend here. So what possesses you to get in the truck and drive 5 hours to come and stand up with people here? What drives you to do that?
What drives me to do that is the fear of losing all of our freedoms and the direction that this agenda is going.
Tell me about what your issue is. Because like honestly, like 90% of the people in the country have been vaccinated. So
Where are you getting that statistic from?
well, that's the numbers from the province.
From where? From where exactly?
Oh, you don't believe that that's true?
Well, I'm just wondering where you got
Well,
that
we
stat
get
from.
we get them from the provinces and we do our own calculations.
CBC does?
And then, but we also get them from like Health Canada, from a health agency. So, but we do our own calculations from province to province too.
You do your own calculations on the statistics of how many people have been vaccinated?
From publicly released data to make sure that they match.
Okay.
So that's how we do
Right.
it. We do a daily vaccine tracker.
Oh, really?
They put out vaccine information daily.
Who's they?
Uh,
Just wondering.
Provinces do.
Yeah.
Some municipalities do, but mostly just the provinces, depending on what province you're in, and then national.
I see.
So you don't believe that?
I don't believe the numbers that we're being told. In fact, I don't trust anything that we're being told that comes from the government at this point.
Why?
There's been lots of lies, and there's been lots of promises that have been taken away, and then our Charter of Rights and Freedoms are being violated constantly.
So,
Hang on, I want to move Carol.
okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So, so you have a real mistrust of what you're being told.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it's not just about being vaccinated or not. It's so much more than that.
Yep.
There's lots of people here who've been vaccinated.
Yep. I've talked to lots of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's not about vaccinated against
Right, and they have more than their share.
it's unity of all of the people being free and not having the rights.
So do you feel that the government is making you do something that you don't want to or excluding you? Is that
I'm
what
free,
it is?
so I won't do anything that the government tries to make
Yeah.
me do. That
They just go to their nightstand and
no,
get one.
I don't feel the government
Yeah,
is
or
making me do anything.
Do you feel like you're being treated differently if you don't go with the program?
Absolutely. I'm definitely being discriminated.
In what ways? Tell me.
We are.
Well, my right to mobility, I can't get on a plane or fly home to Ontario and see my family. I'm not, when my father passed away, we weren't allowed to have a funeral for him, so we still have a funeral. And now, when we do have a funeral, I'm not allowed to.
Because you're not vaccinated. Is this tearing your family apart?
No, it's not. I'm not allowed to go into restaurants. I can't go to the gym. I can't go do many things that vaccinated people do.
So let me play devil's advocate. Why not just do a vaccine? And then you have the opportunity to do those things.
Because that's my medical autonomy. I choose not to.
It's your choice, right?
It is my choice. Yeah. I looked into the vaccine. It's not for me, and that's my right to choose.
And is there anything else that you want to make sure that we understand about what your motivation is? Everyone's got their own, but I'm sorry about your father. I do think we covered.
I just want you guys to cover the truth and not make
I
it look
can't.
like it's
There's,
violent.
no one has said that. Not once. Here. Not once.
Well, it's all over the media.
Well,
You
not
asked me
here.
what I would like.
But not here. Not one thing other than the premier gave it went about one assault that turned out. But we didn't report it. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks for putting up with me recording it too.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, yeah. No, he asked me if it
I do understand, where there's a little bit of hostility.
Oh, and there's a lot of hostility.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually, because most people can't give can't give specific examples. So I think
What?
that
I
there's
just gave a bunch right there. What do you mean?
no specific examples about what we've lied about.
Oh, what you've lied about. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I mean. That's what
Yeah,
I'm.
I
No, your
Oh,
examples
yeah, maybe
were
not
great,
you
actually.
particularly,
I
but
don't think
because I haven't seen what you've reported.
I don't know if it's exactly lies, but it just seems to be sometimes weird. Such assembled after the fact. That, like, I've been to events in the past, and then I've come home to watch the TV or the news, find out what really happened.
Yeah.
Because, like, what I experienced and what I'm seeing on the news sometimes are entirely different things.
Yeah, and the person who experienced, I mean, some of it. Well, first of all, we have a very. If you're at something, you're there with on one.
Yeah, part of a cause or whatever.
Part of a cause or
Yeah.
a movement or whatever it is, right? So that's not what we do. I know that there's some media that like pay tickets and stuff and hire lawyers. We could. Can you imagine if we did that?
Activism. Well, you would call that activism.
It is activism. It's not journalism. It's
Yeah.
activism. So we couldn't do that, and nor would we want to, right?
Yeah,
So,
well,
but
I
I'm
understand
telling
that
you,
the
we've
CBC.
never said anything happened at this mine at all, other
Yeah.
than what we're seeing here. This is all we've ever shown.
Yeah, I'm not going to dispute that. I don't watch mainstream media on a regular basis, so I wouldn't know one way or the other.
We have a question. For 2 years, the government said we're all in this together. So now we're here. Now we're here, and they're mad about it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Are you media?
I'm media, but I don't have my cameraman with
Yeah, I
me.
know. I
He
seen
went-
him running after the big news. No, the big news, like the bagpipe player. That's the big news of the day.
No, it's a visual.
Oh, is it a
He's
visual?
doing B-roll.
Oh, is he?
B-roll is just
Yeah,
basically
he's just taking
just
pictures
images.
and videos. And,
Yeah.
It's real
We
tough
can't-
to
we
believe
can't-
anything the CBC shows.
We can't,
Seriously, you're funded by the federal government.
Oh,
but we were when we
I know. We haven't believed your shit for years. Like this isn't news. This isn't news that you guys are full of shit. Come on. You want news? Look around. These people are pissed off.
We've been talking to them.
Yeah, but they're pissed off. Quit lying to them.
These guys are being paid double time. These guys are unemployed.
We're not being picked up.
No, these guys. Fucks.
Well, but
I mean, half the people I know,
Well,
their
actually-
businesses have been shut down
right. We
without unemployment insurance. I mean, stuff like that.
like
Yeah,
we've,
you could-
you
one of
know that we've been reporting the hardships of people, right?
yeah. But you understand where they're coming from. as a person.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you think people in my family haven't been harmed by this?
Yeah, everyone's
And
got kids.
unemployed? My husband has lost his income for a great part of this.
Yeah.
I'm a human being just like
I'm
anyone else.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots
So-
of people on that side.
And
too.
and my dad's funeral we didn't have a funeral for him either. He died a week and a half ago in Ontario, and we can't have a funeral for him.
but when you're working for a company that is distorting the truth of these people, I'm not saying you individually, then it's your
telling all sides
responsibility.
is
That's what I'm saying.
distorting
Like, I
the
think it's
truth.
your responsibility to make sure that you're reporting the truth and honesty, and you know what's been out there on the media, right? So that's why there's
Well,
a distrust.
I know. Are you
especially
talking
the
about the
CBC.
stuff in Ottawa?
No,
All
I'm
over.
talking about for a whole year I've taken my grandkids to the legislative buildings. 600 people stand in silence. The police close all the bathrooms in Edmonton. They block off the blocks, and still 1,000 people come out there in a weekend. I never see that on CBC.
And the news will say,
All I
50 people showed
Yeah,
up, or
all
100 people showed up.
they have one person on the weekend. That's why.
And I will see Global standing. I'll go for a little walk, standing in the next block where there's nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
That doesn't mean that they weren't down
Just
there.
there so I can get a shot of your back. Sign there.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
another sign.
Oh
Do
yeah.
a small fringe minority sign. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
Well,
mean to be like.
You
I
gotta
do,
stand.
but some of those questions, like, it does. It triggers me because, like, why not just get a vaccine? Like, oh my God.
No,
I've been
but
doing
that's
this
what
for 2 years.
People
like,
at home are asking that question. So
Just watch your shadow.
Oh, sure, but
yeah, I didn't mean to be triggering. That's not what. But I'm asking you seriously. People at home are asking. Well, if, you got your answer, but you need to screen from that question.
good.
Oh yeah.
Right? I promise you're going to be portrayed exactly how you are. I don't know how to. I mean,
Yeah.
the entire thing won't be there, but
yeah.
Yeah, well, the raw footage will be available. Yeah, but if
well, you don't have to hold me accountable.
I'm
I've been
not
doing
going-
this 27
oh,
years.
I believe you.
And I've never been accused of taking someone out of context. Ever.
There's no threat implied,
Not
so
once.
don't worry about that.
So,
I would
Yeah.
prefer if you don't put the part about my dad on there.
that's fine.
Because,
If you don't want us to, that's fine.
It's just interesting.
I mean, that's to me the story about families is,
I was torn them apart.
is a story that is.
Well, let me give
There's many families that are on divided.
oh, yeah. Like, everybody has division with somebody at this point. Everybody.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example of something that I've seen happen. Like,
Okay.
Since the beginning of the pandemic,
Yeah.
and I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that the pandemic was a hoax or a scam or anything like that. But I will say that at the very beginning, the numbers of people being put into hospital was being counted as very high due to COVID, and the death rate was
They
being
still
said
are.
very high due to COVID. And then 2 years later, after we were all saying to them, people with COVID are being admitted due to COVID or dying due to COVID
Yeah.
when something else has caused their
well,
death.
and
What's happened?
So why is
2
that
weeks
not
ago?
on the news?
Right.
The other thing is,
well,
the
it
tests
has
are
been
fraudulent.
recently
Yeah,
because
recently.
they started splitting the numbers up.
But
Here's
until
another thing.
recently, when somebody said that, we were laughed at.
Here's
But
another
it turns out
thing.
to have been true, and that's where I think this whole thing comes from, because we see what the reality is, and then
You're saying someone who went in for a heart attack and then test COVID positive for
Yeah.
COVID.
Or broke
when-
their arm or
when they're-
anything.
yeah,
And no
that's
symptoms.
COVID is what killed them.
So here's another thing, okay? The tests are fraudulent, right?
Yeah.
They're inadmissible in the court of law, the PCR test. Anything that's run over 25 cycles will show anything in your body.
You're going to be
So
very
they're-
happy as a PCR test to get back into the
I know
shop.
that. The other thing is now with if you're double vaccinated and when they make the booster up as fully vaccinated, if you're double vaccinated and you don't get your booster and you go into the hospital and you die, you're counted as an unvaccinated person. Even if you got a vaccine injury and you died.
Is that true?
It is true. Look into it. You're the journalist. You should be reporting stuff like that.
This is literally
Why-
the first time
why
I've
though?
heard this.
Why don't you guys
Well,
like? That's
I'm
the
one-
thing. This
I'm
stuff's
one
really
human
important.
being and I can't know everything.
No, but
where did you
and when
see
you're
that?
saying look at both sides, this is the side that we're aware of.
I'm curious too. Where did you see that?
So you gotta which part?
The part about the vaccine and the admitted to hospital and whatnot.
So
Because you've really piqued my
I
curiosity.
just read that the other day.
Okay.
So yeah, so I mean it's well known now. It's well known now that unless you have as many vaccines or boosters that is required to
Yeah.
use your QR code, If you don't have that, you are considered unvaccinated.
Yeah, but the good news is
So-
Alberta's finally gotten rid of those, but they could always bring them back.
They're skirting around it. They're not going to give up so easily. They've spent
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
know.
years
I
and a
know.
lot of money in this
Hey,
whole entire thing. It's
we were
not
chatting
about
last
a
night.
vaccine. They want us to get that QR code. They want everybody on a social credit system, and it's complete control. And it's
Yeah.
scary and
And that's why
terrifying
I'm
where
here.
this is going. It's not about a vaccine.
Well,
Well,
I
it is.
am actually double vaccinated. I just will not. I just under no circumstances. Damn right. It's nobody's business,
No.
right? Whether I'm vaccinated or not. I'm
And
sure
we've lost our right to medical privacy too. Like I can't go to a restaurant without telling if I had a certain medication in my body. Like that's so wrong, right? It's terrifying. If they tell us that we have to do this now and they get away with it, what else will they do in the future? If we lose our bodily medical autonomy, we are in big trouble.
Yeah.
Then they have complete control. If they wanted to tell you need to take a drug or you need to have surgery or you're not allowed to have children and we're just going to give you.
You're worried that this is the slippery slope, if you will.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I've known about this 2 years ago, and everything's happened from reading it. You can read all this online, man. You can find. Go look into Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. It sounds like, yeah. And, like, look at all of these things that is being talked about. It's just all unfolding. It's been all unfolding. You know, they said, well, we'll never make masks. We'll never make masks. And they did.
I didn't mean to offend you with the question, why don't you just get vaccinated? I really wanted to know, why don't you just get vaccinated?
Why don't we just get vaccinated?
It's like walking a gauntlet down.
Because I'm healthy, I live a holistic healthy lifestyle.
Right.
I don't
Like,
get that experiment for drugs in my body. I hope we look into it. I hope we what the ingredients are.
Yeah.
Do I
That
care?
we know
So
of.
you've done. How long have you been doing this? With the CBC?
No. I work for all of
Yes,
the CDB, CDB, Global.
Have you pulled your logo off your car?
Yeah, the first 6 days I was down with a logoed vehicle, and it was like a Target. So now we're unmarked, but
All right. Well, like I might have it. I may disagree with the ideological scheme of what I consider the CBC to be, but it is what it is. We're allowed to disagree. I like you. All right.
Right. You know that the risk of myocarditis is higher from COVID than it is from the vaccine, right?
It's absolute bullshit. Where are you getting that information from?
CDC, it's like
CDC. You trust the CDC? Do you know who owns the CDC?
it's a government agency.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the top funder of this. You can go back and
I was
going to
walk off and do some other stuff, but this is interesting.
He's where they get most of their money from.
Yeah,
They are
he
to
funds,
say what he wants
funds
them to.
health initiatives worldwide. Yeah,
Absolutely.
he does.
So that they have to go with his narrative.
So you're saying follow the money?
Follow the money. Look into
Highest
who
bidder
owns
always
what,
wins.
man. Look into who owns what. Like who's the biggest funder of the CDC and the World Health Organization? It's Bill Gates.
Yeah. Funds a lot of
So anyways, think about the children.
Thanks for coming
If
down.
anything,
Thanks
the
for
kids. Like
saying that
I've
and
been
talking
here
about
for
this. Have you been yelled at a lot down here?
I've been spit on.
oh no.
You were
I've been called an
when
effing
When were you spit on?
SLUT. I have been screamed fake media, liar, you name it.
The other thing is look into
But you know what? On the other hand, those instances compared to most people just go no and walk away, which is absolutely fine in their right. And then we talk to folks like you who are very nice to us. So
Well, I try to be nice. The thing is,
you're allowed to challenge us. That's not the point.
you can attract more flies
We
with
need to
honey than
have
vinegar.
a discussion. Well, we need to just.
So what about the
talk.
doctors and scientists and virologists that are experts in their field, that are highly respected, that are being silenced? What
Yeah.
about
You've heard about that, right?
information?
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, there's so much of that
I
information
think I don't know how to answer that question other than to say
it's not really
small,
a question.
Well, I didn't actually think it was, but I think it's.
Do you think it's a small fringe minority?
Dogs, kids, and horses.
No.
Okay, good. That's what you were gonna say. You think it's a small amount of people? There's thousands of doctors, scientists, virologists, and world top
Right,
of
but
all
in
of them
the
that have been silenced and censored that have science and evidence to prove that this vaccine is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. And those people are being silenced left, right, and center.
we're gonna tour around.
It only goes so long there, and then I want to move on to do other things. So, how's it going, guys?
Take all your
So see if I can find that gentleman who was shouting at me a few minutes ago, and see if I can smooth things over with him. Because as everyone knows, it's no secret I've been here for a few days. So how's it going? Good. So back through the food area with all these fabulous people. I'm gonna have to find myself a drink as well. So if you're commenting on Facebook, I'm not going to get to see through a group. I'm not going to get to see the comments because it doesn't seem to want to be cooperative. But if you're commenting on YouTube or my own page on Facebook, it will come through to me because I'm using StreamYard. So we're back into the main staging area here, and all these fabulous, wonderful people. There's the bagpipes you could hear. So, is everyone's heading back to their trucks for a bit? Something's going on? Sorry? Oh, the horses are coming. Oh, this is going to be great, everyone. You got to tune in for this. We've got horses on their way, so everyone's coming down. I'm going to see if I can spot up the front, too. See, look at this. All these trucks coming through. And here come the horses. Morning, gentlemen. Is it still morning? Woo! Look at this. Freedom! Good morning! How many did we get today? How many horses are coming?
I'm not sure. Lots.
Lots. This is Western Canada. This is what it's all about. The rumor was it was going to be 1,000 horses. Yeah. I don't think we get nearly that close, but it's still pretty exciting to see.
Thank you all.
Here's a young one. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Storden and Young. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Justin, I hope you're getting the message here that we're not going to stand for this. The more people who are taken down, more people who are threatened, the more people who are going to show up to stand against you. You cannot win this, Justin. We'll even come after you on horseback if we have to, Justin. Jason, I hope you see this as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, boss.
We want our flags back, Jason.
Hey guys, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's Brand on it, top of his trailer there. He's getting good
Thank
shots.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. God bless you, boss.
You need a lighter?
I do. Thanks, man. Solid. Good work. Awesome.
Thanks for the love, whoever that was. You know how many people you were able to round up for today?
I don't know, but guys with the great tape. Great tape on, you know, there's great tape.
Okay.
Yeah, they might know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like the leaders, kind of. Okay, good to know.
Beautiful.
Thank you all.
That is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Well, there's a lot of us. Wait till you get all
We're just a small fringe group, okay?
Welcome to the small fringe minority of people with acceptable ideas. Notice I would change that. Yes, Justin Trudeau, Jason Kenney, you are the ones with the unacceptable ideas at this point.
I don't cry often. That gets me.
That was a beautiful sight.
There's some days.
A little bit of dancing going on.
You guys can open this up just a little bit wider. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yay, good morning.
Sometimes
Thank
that happens.
you.
Horses are sometimes a little skittish. There we go. So we've got the, I don't know what you would call them. Maybe the outriders coming through now? I don't know what to call them. Freedom riders, outriders, out freedom riders, freedom riders out for freedom. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Just adding more weight and more support to the cause. Open this place back up entirely. That was awesome. So, all right. So there you go. Wasn't that great? We got more horses than last week. There's supposed to be around 300 came through last week. I don't know how many this was. Maybe we'll find out.
Is there any way you can send me that? Would it
It's
work?
all going live streamed. It's going to be live streamed on my page.
Okay.
It's also being live streamed to the AB Coutts Convoy page.
Okay, so
And also
on the
it's on-
Telegram one? The AB Coutts?
No, AB Coutts Convoy on Facebook.
Oh, I'm kicked off Facebook
Okay.
forever. Where else?
I'm on it. I can.
Yeah.
I know,
Tell you
but I
what,
wanna
tell
get
you
it.
what, I'm going to mute the mic for a second.
Okay, sorry.
So I'll be right back.
Are you on Instagram?
All right, thanks for your patience, everybody. But send me that text message. And I have no idea what the audio was like and who could hear it, who couldn't, because I was standing back a little bit to give them their space to do the interview.
Okay.
But yeah, I will definitely send it to you. So when you watch the CBC and find out what you really said, then we can release that video and say this is what actually happened.
Okay.
Right.
So,
And that's why I did that, because I'm protecting
I
both.
appreciate it.
Well, I'm protecting you,
Yeah.
I'm protecting me, and I'm also protecting the CBC. They just don't know it yet.
Right.
Right.
So, what platforms are you on? Facebook?
This is being currently it is being live streamed right here, right now. It is on Periscope,
Yeah.
which is part of Twitter.
We need to move back this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yep.
Okay.
So it's on Periscope, which is part of Twitter. It is on Facebook, on my personal Facebook profile. It is also on the AB Coutts Convoy profile on Facebook, which is a group. And it is also going live to my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I would have done Rumble, but I'm having a bit of a glitch with Rumble right now.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for doing that.
Thank you for
Really
letting me
appreciate
record
that,
it too, because
that's
that's going to be online,
truth, right?
online forever now.
Yeah.
So, I'm not really concerned about protecting the CBC. They're quite capable of protecting themselves. I'm more protecting you.
I know,
Yeah.
and they ask triggering questions, as you can see, right?
Well,
And
yeah, you know what you did? I thought like I had no idea that, like, I may have asked you similar questions, even,
Yeah.
but you handled them extremely well. You kept your cool.
Oh, thanks.
Which
I
was-
felt like I was getting
Yeah.
worked up a little bit.
Well,
Inside of myself, I was trying to keep my cool.
You feel the adrenaline start to go. Yeah,
totally,
that happens, and it's just you got
Some of those
to. And you're also
questions.
you're also in front of a great big TV camera, and if you're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
So I hear you.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times, but I'm Steve.
Steve, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Nice
Did we
to
talk
meet you.
last night, Jenny? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Around the
You
fire.
had a different coat on.
Yeah, I
Or
have
so-
a little
yeah, oh, yeah, you had like a black, like
And
something.
my winter jacket
So, yeah,
was colder
yeah,
last night. Yeah.
This is my friend Jessica.
Oh, hello, Jessica. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for coming and showing your support to us. To this
It's
cause.
her
So,
birthday, and this is what she decided to do today. For her
happy birthday. Is it it's a low number, I would assume? Or is it like 18, 19?
I wish. No, it's my 30th today.
So it ends with a 0. Well, happy 30th, right? You don't look a day over 18.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sometimes there's days where I still feel.
Well, you can look at my hair and then you can realize I'm 29. And I've been 29 for 20 years.
Yep, I hear you. 34 forever.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Thanks so much.
thank
We'll
you.
See you later.
all right. Wow, that was wonderful. I do like it when people come back and have a chat with you. And yeah, when I said to those guys that we were being friendly, I was trying to keep the conversation on a calm front because you don't want tempers to flare. So because it's the work, like it doesn't accomplish anything when people start getting angry and shouting at each other. So how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Do you mind if I put you on camera for a second?
I'm
We're
fine
live
with that.
streaming. All right. So what is your name?
My name is James. I came in the hydrovac and brought firewood last night.
Oh wow! So where are you coming from, James?
From Killam, Alberta.
Where's that?
That's east of Camrose.
East of Camrose. So that Camrose. Remind me where. Oh, I should know this because I live in Alberta.
Camrose is south of Edmonton,
Okay.
about an hour, and then I'm east an hour of Camrose.
So sort of east of Ponoka then.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Ponoka's where there's a big rodeo in Ponoka once a year, isn't there?
That's right.
And what brings you down to this whole setup here?
Same day as everybody else. Freedom.
Me
Once
too.
mandates drop,
Yeah.
we're staying here until it's done.
And what is it about the mandates that has hit you the hardest?
It's the kids. I have 2 children. I'm not going to say their ages or
That's
who
fine.
they
You
are,
don't have
but,
to.
yeah, I mean, watching them grow up the last 2 years, they're not kids anymore. And
Yeah, they're isolated,
that
aren't
bothers
they?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, especially with being told, "Thou shalt vaccinate, lest ye lose thy privileges." Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're vaccinated or not. It's not about whether you are
That's
vaccinated.
correct. It
It's
doesn't
about
matter.
It's about the freedom to choose to get vaccinated.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why we're all here.
Yeah, and now I'm making a speech, and I'm not supposed to be asking you the questions.
No, that's hey, that's
Hey, but-
we're all here for the same reason.
And we're all here. We're all ideologically correct.
Yeah.
A small fringe minority of ideologically correct people.
That's correct.
All right.
About some people, right?
Yes. All right.
That's right.
Thanks, James.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right. So, yes, I do enjoy doing this kind of thing. So, look at these. Look at this. Now, if anyone wants a question answered, wants me to ask somebody a question at any time, please do. You'll have to head over to the YouTube feed, but head over to the YouTube feed, Stephen Britton, YouTube/C/Stephen Britton Canada, and toss it in there because that's where I'm going to see the comment. I think most of the viewers are probably on the Facebook feed at this point. But have a look at this. Just look at this. Look at this line of traffic here. Wow, this is incredible. I'm so glad I stayed last night. Sleeping in the back of my car, that was not exactly very... Oh, we have a bouncy castle. This will keep the kids happy. Yeah, there's the police. Oh, we've got more horses, too. Or maybe these are part of the same group. How many horses were you able to get together?
I don't know. It's 200.
Lots. Okay. Oh, wow. We got more horses. So we'll go back to the bouncy castle and stuff. Lots of kids having fun in just a few moments here. Yeah. Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea as to how many of you there are?
200 for sure.
Awesome. I want to start singing the Bonanza theme. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Right? How the West was won. Thanks for coming, guys.
Good morning.
It most certainly is. Is it still morning? I've lost track. What time is it? You know?
10 off to 11. Is it already?
11:11.
11:11. That's a good time. 11:11. All right. Oh, now I'm being photographed while photographing. How about that? So I'm gonna just. All right. So, hey, look at this. Like this makes the point very clearly. Oh, this is going to be an interesting sight to see. Not only horses, we've got the rollerblade contingent out here. Freedom! So, thanks for coming, everybody. Oh, look at this. That is one shaggy pony. Very nice. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm nice. You know, I gotta say, you for some reason, I don't know why, but you look familiar to me. Why are you familiar?
I ran for the People's Party of Canada in 2019 and 2021.
Okay.
And I have a YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook. I've been speaking at a lot of events, so you probably have run into me somewhere.
Probably through social media somewhere.
Social media? Or...
Yeah, I'm a fan of Viva Fry, who ran for the, you know him, from Montreal. Yeah, he ran against the space cadet, Mark Cardone. And you know why I call him that too, right?
Oh, I'm probably...
Canada's first astronaut in space, right? So, yeah, he's our space cadet. He picked the wrong party, so...
Well, unfortunately, many of them do, and it's still going to happen. So they've got to realize if they want change, they've got to do the political change.
Absolutely. So, all right, well, maybe you'll be successful next time. It's probably not going to be too far away because it is still a minority government.
Yeah. Oh, I say the next election will be within the next 12 months.
Within the next year, really? Do you think they'll be brought
Trudeau
down?
Can't survive this.
You think he'll come down? He'll fall in a vote of no confidence?
It's not going to necessarily be a vote of. I think his own party. I think he's going to resign. He has no choice. He'll
be turfed, but they'll pull an Aaron O'Toole on him.
No, I think he'll resign. He's going out on his terms. He's not going to go out on anybody else's terms.
Yeah.
But I think he'll just resign, and I think then it'll be. Yep.
By whoever succeeds it for about 3 weeks. Yep. Right.
That's exactly it, right?
Yeah.
So whoever comes in as interim leader, they'll have to call an election.
Do you think now that O'Toole is out, because O'Toole is the reason I did not vote CPC this last election. Yeah. Now that O'Toole is out, do you think the PPC stands a stronger or weaker opportunity?
I think it stands a stronger opportunity because I think if anything, the last 2 years has woke people up to the fact that it's not the leader, it's the party. The whole party is corrupt.
Yeah, to the core.
Like
under Harper.
When you want to win a war, you fund both sides. And that's what the people behind the Liberals have done, is they're the same people behind the Conservative Party of Canada.
Right. So, well, I wouldn't know where the funding comes from, right? Because I don't really pay that close of attention. What I will say is I think Harper did a fabulous job, and the PPC didn't even start until Harper was resigned anyway.
Well, Stephen Harper put us on track to Agenda 2021 and Agenda 2030, and so, Harper has
well, he's got baggage like everybody else. Well, I don't disagree there.
Hey, girl, how are ya?
You're not wrong. I'm thinking, on the grand scheme of things, Harper got a raw deal when he was voted out. That's what I think happened. And I think I don't think the PPC would have even formed had Maxime Bernier been successful with the Conservatives.
Absolutely not. Yeah, but the problem is, and the reason why Max didn't win the leadership is because Max actually was going to change the party. And they didn't want to change the party. They want the party to go further left and more liberal.
The old boys club.
Right? It's not the old boys club. It's they wanted to go left. They wanted to go liberal. They want what we've seen the last 2 years. This is just as much. Why would they have not provided any opposition? 2 years, Pierre Poilievre, you had every opportunity to speak up. Where the hell were you?
We were saying it was liberal and liberal like.
Where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you? My child was being told she had to wear a mask. I was being told that I'm a second-class citizen in my own country. Right? Right? No.
Murphy Brown, you mean?
Right? Oh no, they supported
Candace
Candace Bergen. They
Yeah, that's the name of the
supported
actress who
this
played
while
Murphy
it was convenient for them.
Yeah.
It's not convenient for them anymore. It's time to go home now. It's like, no, it's not time to go home. A protest is not meant to be convenient for you. If you had done your job, we wouldn't be here.
Maximum
Do your job
disruption.
now, we'll go home.
They won't give you a decisive answer.
No.
It's like Kenny.
Jason Kenny, where are you? Come down here. These are wonderful people.
Fire in Alberta history.
Right. Absolutely.
We need a Ralph Klein here is what we need.
Yeah.
He'd be out here riding the horse. And,
Well, we got,
We wouldn't be here if we had a Ralph Klein. That's the reality.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here. We would
Well,
never, ever have gotten here.
I'll-
And you lead from the front, not from the back.
like everybody says, it starts at your community. You start at the community and you grow from there. You don't start from the top and try to make the little community change the top. It will never happen. If everybody in the community got together, all the restaurants and everybody said, that's it, we're going to do what we want to do in the community, what are they going to do? Then you go to the county. You extend it to the county. And then from the county, you go to municipality. You just keep expanding it. Our problem was we all started out wearing masks. We should have stopped right there. We should have said, no, we're not wearing masks.
There were a few who flatly refused from the very
I haven't
beginning.
worn a mask for months.
No, I haven't worn
And
it.
I haven't been kicked out of a store.
Guys, you want to know something? This is not about masks.
No, it's
and
about
it's not
control.
even about vaccines. Exactly.
It's about
They
choice.
want complete and total control. And that's what we need to stop. We are in control of this country. They are the public servant. And that's what the public needs to remind them of. You are the servant, not the master.
But in the last 2 years,
And Jason Kenny, you're watching. You should be watching. If you're not watching, get down here. Talk to these people. And go, these are good people. All they want is their lives back.
There has been nobody sitting down in caucus. There's nobody's been sitting down in the provincial level saying, okay, we're going to make this law. It was like the one they made about getting a ticket. Did anybody hear about that? The next day you hear it, this is what's going to happen. They didn't give anybody.
They're certificates of participation.
Yeah.
Pay $150 and shut up.
Well, actually, if I get one, I'm going to be sending it to Chad Wilkinson and then have him fight it, but I'm going to frame it too.
Where are you?
So,
I'd like to be further down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, you're at
No,
the
what this
south.
is where it's at. This is there's more people here than in Coutts
We're
anyway.
with this couple here.
Oh, yeah.
They grew up in East Germany.
You grew up in the DDR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, wow.
North side, the Russian side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I even know the actual official, the German term for it, right?
So
The Deutsche Demokratische Republic.
Yeah, they
Yes.
know. They know.
Yeah, you know communism.
Yeah, you bet they do.
Yes.
Last time we went to a rally 33 years ago.
Yeah. Have you been back? You've never been back since?
Oh yes, we have our whole family over there. We are expecting
So Drew is
two
dressed up by the trucks.
grandchildren in June,
Right.
and we
Is it okay
cannot.
if I record this?
You can record this. We cannot see them because of Trudeau's.
His vaccine mandates and stuff.
Exactly.
Right. So, were you there when the Berlin Wall fell?
Yes, we
So
were
you remember that?
26 years old
Okay.
this time.
And were you there for it, or were you just watching?
Not in Berlin, but we attended protests,
Right.
and it was
I hear
scary.
Leipzig was Leipzig.
Leipzig was
is the biggest
huge
city.
one.
Thousands and thousands was in the
Well, I
street.
hear it was actually a mistake. I hear that the guy said
it's
they were
true.
free to leave when he was speaking because he didn't know what else to say.
No, he had
No,
it was like they want to talk about it in Parliament.
Right.
So it was just a script,
Right.
And then he got this somehow.
So
And
one
he was
person
reading
screws up
he was reading off of it.
and
so
collapses communism around the world.
kind of.
Because had the Berlin not fallen, the Soviet Union wouldn't have ceased to exist either. That's my theory anyway. So one person in East Germany ad-libbed and brought down communism. So
Apparently.
he actually deserves I think he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize just for making that error. But it was a good mistake to make
Exactly.
because, what do you think the general sentiment in what used to be East Germany is nowadays?
The general what?
Well, the general feeling of the population, because I know people go through ups and downs, and I know I heard sometime a guy was going through Russia, and he was asking the locals, like what was it like under communism? What was it like living in a cage? How do people feel now? A lot of them feel ready to go back in the cage.
They feel before all this Corona crap.
Yeah.
They felt more free because they can travel.
Yeah. You don't need an
But
exit visa.
anything else, it's But right now, especially for Corona, you can definitely recognize East Germany, the difference between East and West Germany. And
Really?
and you know why? Why? Because the East Germans are much more critical. The highest vaccination rate in Germany is in West Germany. Lowest is in East Germany. And why?
They don't trust the government.
They don't trust the government anymore.
After 40 years communism, the guys was a kind of burned child, or whatever you want to put it in.
Yeah,
well,
and now you're allowed to actually speak out against them. Before, if you spoke out, you would disappear.
Allow a kind of, speak out.
Culture, yeah.
So the East German was mandatory to go to the army. So I was a border guard,
were you?
In the Baltic Sea. So every time or every night almost when you go out for your shift here, you have to make a swear or oath here.
So, every night make sure to say that you're not going to try and get across?
No. That you shoot people stay dry.
You have to shoot people if the guys try to escape.
They brainwash you with 18, 19 years. That's
and if you guys can prove you failed to somebody allowed you, end up in the military prison or in Siberia,
or North Korea.
Yeah,
so wow, what a story! Thanks for sharing that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So
you go ahead.
I'm gonna wander down and watch these horses. Are you guys doing loops?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, so this is awesome. I recognize some familiar faces, so I'm gonna keep walking. Thank you so much for that. Oh, that was an amazing story. Does Trump wall build? That's an interesting question there, Ryan. Does Trump wall build? Well, I think maybe we're going to have to build a wall around Alberta and have Ottawa pay for it. Maybe we should do that. Build a wall around the province and have Ottawa pay for it. Yes. So, but I'm going to wander this way because I want to see just how far this whole parade square goes. Well, the cops, Ryan, are here the whole time. I'll wander back down that way. I was down near the cops earlier today, but I just saw a cop car come past as an example here. Oh, look at this. More. A couple of puppies there. We got some music, so I better talk over it before it gets claimed by whoever owns the song. So this is incredible. So what a day to be out riding. Beautiful weather for this. You couldn't ask for better weather. So yes, Southern Alberta, of course, is ranching country. Lots of ranching around here if you're from elsewhere. All kinds of people doing all kinds of things. And being a Saturday, when I arrived 2 nights ago, this is roughly here is where the traffic ended and all the parked vehicles. And now you can, well, it's still going. So I'm just going to keep walking and just see how far this actually goes. Very nice. Yeah, very nice job, yeah. So, we got a couple more horses here. And down there, honk for freedom. Honk, honk. Hello. How are you today? Good. What? I'm good, thanks. What does your sign say? Truth and honesty. And what is the other? Is it something on the other side? No more lies. No more lies. I love it. So, all right. So big hello to all 14 people watching right now. Hello. Well, that is cute. So, okay, as we wander still further down the road, lots of red and white, lots of people screaming Canada, lots of blue. The blue is the Alberta flag.
And a couple of stars, maybe a Stars and Stripes here and there as well.
Woo!
You're from the States, or you're just supporting the States?
Supporting the States.
Absolutely. So. Oh, look at this. You've gained a couple of passengers. Yeah, the kids love this kind of thing. Horse-drawn carriages, sulkies, or whatever they're called. Oh, someone's sneezing up here. So. Loving the horses. And here comes Bev with her Scottish flag. So we've got international representation here in Milk River. Yes, Scotland.
Yeah, freedom.
So, and yeah, so we'll have a look at the flags here. There's the Alberta flag. It's the shield on the blue background, field of wheat with the mountains and the foothills beyond. And, well, we're still walking. Freedom! Make Canada great again. We got the MCG. McGaw.
I have my megaphone too.
Oh, you do? The McGaw megaphone. So what we'll call you, Megaphone Mary.
It's actually Morty Helen.
That works too. So, all right. So we're getting up to the end of the line here now, and people have just been pouring in to join this effort. I have in all my years living in this country. No, we're not going to take Kenny's offer and move into the field. That will completely defeat the purpose of us being here. The object of this is to disrupt traffic to the point that the government takes notice and actually does what we're demanding them to do. We're not holding people hostage. We're basically saying, we've been standing at the side of the road for 2 years waving signs, and nobody has done anything. Nobody has done anything at all when we stand at the side of the road waving signs. So we're going to escalate it to the next level. And what I mean by that is we're going to do something that is absolutely disruptive. And so by stopping traffic from flowing across the border and from making it difficult to get past this point, we're taking a stand and we're making it absolutely crystal clear to the world that we've had enough of this crap and it's time to lift the mandate. Oh, and we've got a drone going up. Look at that. Doing some aerial stuff, are we?
Yeah.
How long does a battery last on that thing?
Half an hour or so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a similar one, I think. But so this is the end of the line right now.
Oh, remember me? We talked on the Thursday?
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
I remember you.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So forgive me for not. I'm live streaming as we speak.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get my drone out after two there.
Yeah.
Once it gets a little later.
Do you need a license to fly them?
They switched that up on you like the government usually does.
Oh.
You used to be able to just fly them, but they make you get a license.
Yeah, you have to have a Transport Canada drone license now or something stupid. And it's just like that thing, like look how stable it is, and it's not going to be nearly high enough to be interfering with air traffic.
No, it's not going to be.
So, yeah, I love drones. Oh, and we've got a dog here with a sign. Even the dogs don't like the mandates. This is fabulous. So. There should be sun chips on shelves. We're going to be, we're not disrupting traffic that much. Traffic is basically being rerouted down and around the various locations. Windsor is the big crossing, and that one's completely blocked. There was talk about deploying tear gas. I heard talk about deploying tear gas in Windsor.
People are waking up.
I heard talk about deploying tear gas in Windsor a while back for yesterday, and I was checking on the news and everything today, and nothing's happened. So no tear gas, no in Windsor. The border is still blocked in Windsor.
by a convoy down there. Ottawa is still doing their thing. Viva Fry is still doing his thing in Ottawa. Good for him. And I'm here in Milk River, broadcasting live and doing my thing. And if you're watching this on the Facebook feed, check Payton and Brant's feeds. If they're doing their thing, hop on over to their feed and watch the rest of this later. I don't want to infringe on their territory, so to speak. So please give them some love as well. And you can always come back to me because this will be saved, and we'll you can watch it at your leisure. This is something that you are never going to forget, because this is an uprising of this average Joe lunch bucket Canadian who is just like me, has had enough. 2 years is 2 years too long to have all of our freedoms, our rights, and our liberties taken away from us the way they've done. Now, Jason Kenney, I know you're out there. I know you're watching. You have not lost a single paycheck. You've not lost a single paycheck due to these measures that you've implemented. Justin Trudeau, the same for you. You have not lost a single paycheck. Freedom! Yes. Yeah, you have not lost a single paycheck from these measures that you've implemented, and you have collapsed the economy on the rest of us. I was talking to a gentleman this morning who had lost his job, he'd lost his family. He's I'm facing me right now, but I'm talking to the camera myself. But he lost his job, he lost his family, simply for exercising his right to his own free agency. You've locked people in their homes for years. You're treating them like they treated people in London during the Great Plague of 1665, where they would brick people up in their houses and never let them out. And that is unconscionable. It's unforgivable that you would do this. And Jason Kenney, you acknowledge the damage this is doing to the kids. I got more horses. As I'm yelling at the politicians, the horses show up behind me. I love it. Hello. So, but and all this time, you've sat there in Edmonton, you've sat there in Ottawa collecting your fat paychecks, and you have not felt the same hardship as you have inflicted on the rest of us. And that is where I draw the line in the sand. And the one politician who actually had the guts to stand up and say, you know what, we need to take a pay cut while this is going on, he got laughed out of the legislature or the House of Commons, and he got kicked out of the party for saying it. And that is unconscionable. So shame on you for that. And shame on you for inflicting this kind of hardship on us for the last 2 years, completely over something that 99.7% of people fully recover from. Shame on you for that. All righty. I got a little passionate there. Now there's not going to be a civil war, Brian. So this is a civil war as Canadians get. After all, the politicians took all of our guns away. You think?
He is.
Yeah.
Make sure that gets on the internet.
It went live. It's just live. I'm live streaming. So yeah, this went on.
Who's the criminal? Trudeau. Oh yeah.
And who are you with?
I'm with me.
Oh,
good deal.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
I met you down there. I'm the one who called CBC bullshit.
Well, you know what? I was engaging in conversation, so I was trying to be polite with her, and that's why I said we're being friendly.
No, that's friendly.
I'm with you 100% on that.
That's being friendly.
I trust the CBC as far as I can spit.
No, but that's being friendly.
Yeah.
And she's being as truthful as she's been told to be.
Yeah, I mean, she's contractually prohibited. She's not allowed to share her personal opinions.
No.
So.
Because if she did,
What
she
did
would
you say earlier about getting
Who's
together?
not allowed to?
The
I think
CBC
they're-
has a clause in the contract.
Yeah.
You are there to ask questions and take photos. You are not there to share your personal opinion on things. And they get fired if they do.
Yeah.
So, and I can understand that from an independent point of view, but the way they twist that story, once it's all filmed and it goes back to the editing suite.
Were you filming when I was there?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Because
everything you said went live onto Facebook and YouTube and Periscope.
Right on.
Right on. So,
On yours?
on my feed as well, yeah.
Okay. Well, I gotta find that somewhere.
Yeah, no, you'll find it. Are you in the AB Coutts Convoy group on Facebook?
No, I'm gonna have to get on it.
Yeah, if you get in there, it should be in there. And if it's not there,
Because I
it's
said,
on-
how are we supposed to believe your bullshit? I said, you're funded by the federal government. She goes, we've been funded by the federal government for years. And I said, we haven't fucking believed you for years. That's not news. I said, this is news.
Yeah. They were going around getting what's called B-roll, which is just random photos with no sound. And then what they do is they do voiceover over the top of it.
Then they edit it and make it look like 7 people showed up. There were 7 horses today at Coutts.
No, I got all that too. So I've been live streaming now for just over an hour. So that whole thing.
You're doing your thing.
Yeah, that whole thing was there. So you're saying Trudeau is a criminal.
Yeah.
What is your name and why are you here?
John Knudsen. I'm here.
He escaped last night.
You escaped last night.
Because there's no reason for somebody to tell somebody else to do what they want to do.
It's about choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Whether you're vaccinated or not, that's your business, right?
It's just, there's no need for, well, I don't know if you've seen the new Dr. David Martin post. It was out yesterday.
Okay.
And he breaks it down, Trudeau and the government of Canada's involvement in lipid nanoparticles.
Okay.
And we get a kickback. The government of Canada gets a kickback for every single dose that goes out from Moderna and Pfizer. And it's the truth. The patents are there. It's all true.
That's good
all
to
you got
know.
to do is look at it.
All right. So
that's why he won't back down from this.
Well, he's not going to have much of a choice because we're not going anywhere.
It's the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab, and he's calling the shots.
They've told us we're all in this together. So now we all get together, and now they're pissed off at us.
Yep. It's funny how that happens because we're not locked up in our homes.
Well, and
when this is all said and done,
when we lost, lost the ability to question our government and their actions, then we got a fucking problem.
The government needs to be afraid, and I use that word intentionally, afraid of its people. Because all the time that they're afraid of the people, they're going to do what we want.
Well, they could start threatening to give out $10 million tickets and 50 years in jail. We're not leaving.
Exactly.
Because in the end, we got more to lose by leaving.
I'm so disappointed I wasn't here Wednesday. You know what happened Wednesday, right?
I was here Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed because I want one of those certificate tickets of participation.
The arm across the front.
I saw that on the live
song
stream.
and the singing "Oh Canada."
Yeah, Brant and Payton were live streaming that when it happened. I was watching it and I was just praying that you were still going to be here.
So now they're giving participation awards?
Basically, yeah.
When this is all said and done,
if
they're not hung for treason, every politician, doctor, and anybody that's done this to the people,
for treason. Yeah.
They should be made to walk across Canada door to door and beg for forgiveness to live in this country that we all together freed it.
That's your message.
That's my message.
So what would you like to say to the politicians?
I don't even know.
Resign.
I have some. This is the coolest campground I've ever been to. It's a little weird on a highway, but if you're not here, you should be.
Yeah. I don't know. I get stumped for words sometimes because there's just so much to
Words,
say.
yeah. Well, you just don't know what to say sometimes. Right?
I guess, if everybody's got kids, I like to quote the ant movie there. When the grasshoppers are running the ants' lives, and they say you can't let one ant stand up because if one ant stands up, then they'll all stand up. And they say those ants outnumber us 100 to 1. So we have to go back and beat them down. Well, you know what? I think we outnumber the politicians 1,000 to 1.
There are more of us than there are
So
of them.
once we all rise up, they ain't going to have a choice.
And that's what this is, right?
You know what? One thing I would like to say, shame on Michelle Rempel. Shame on Andrew Scheer. Shame on Candace Bergen. They're not speaking for the people.
Yeah, Murphy Brown is really
Come on.
Down. Yeah.
Michelle Rempel and Andrew Scheer are part of the World Economic Forum. They're the ones running this show. They need to get out. Be gone. We got to rework the way we run our politics. Period. We got to elect independent people that speak for the people.
Free thinkers.
Party politics needs to go out the door with y'all because you're all corrupted. You might go in there with the thought of being good to start, but they're all corrupted. By the time they're in there for a year, they're done.
You know what? That was very well spoken. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
Time. Yeah.
And I'll see you around.
See ya.
All righty, there we go. So how about that, huh? We got once he got the words, man, he got going. Now, I don't always agree or disagree with everything that is said on this feed. I'm not a big believer in the nanobots theory, for example, and that he does, and that's his right. And whether or not it's true, you can decide for yourself. But the point is, he has every right to say what he said there without fear of reprisal or anything. So I'm going to let him go. And whether you agree with me or not, whether you agree with my choice to be vaccinated or not, that's your business. It's my business whether I am vaccinated. I am here for the freedom to make that choice. And as long as people are forcing me to show my papers or not be admitted and not being able to fully participate in an economy. How's it going?
Good, you?
Good. Not being able to fully participate in an economy, I'm going to be here as much as I possibly can. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be here all the time, but I'm going to be here as much as I can, supporting this cause. This is the first time I've ever really been actively involved this deeply into a cause as well. So there we go. Canada's groundswell of support against the government. You know, it took 5 days to topple Marcos in the Philippines, and we're moving into this is the first day of week 3 now. Irony. So, what's Ryan saying here? When Jason implemented protesting on infrastructure bill, Kenny being firm on clearing many out. Well, good luck with that, Jason. It's not going to work. Because what are you going to do? How are you going to pull that off? The trucks are packed in so tight that you need helicopters, and there's not very many helicopters that can lift that kind of weight. Where are you expecting this bill being used on this protest? I'm not expecting it to be used, and definitely not today. There's too many kids around. If they cops moved in today, the trauma that would inflict on the kids and their psychology would be devastating. And I cannot see the cops doing that because that would cause a major, major uproar. It is not going to happen. Not today, anyway. If they do it, they'll do it in the middle of the night, and they'll do it on a weeknight when there's fewer people here. And that is why we're putting out the call for anybody who's able to get down here during the week and stay here. The more people who are here, the harder it gets for the police to do their thing. And the other thing that's happening is, there's an airplane going overhead. The other thing that's happening is and this is the great thing as well, whenever the police do try and move in on someone or something somewhere, more people show up to oppose it. And that's fantastic. How's it going, gentlemen? How's it going? Awesome. How's it going? You may as well keep the police happy by being nice to them. Walking millions in produce. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You know, you want things opened up. It's really easy. Call off the mandates. I know what you're getting at, but that's the way it is. So. Everything's been pretty chill here? Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah, universities, colleges, anybody that wants to use this office. A group of us. Tell them how to do it.
Hello, Canada!
I'm live streaming, so if you don't want to appear on camera, I understand. What was the cop saying?
Just asking us if we're having fun. We said we just got here.
Okay, so they're just keeping an eye on it. They're not going to.
Yeah, we got stopped a couple miles back.
Yeah.
They just asked for
and you're allowed to check that. So yeah, you have to give that over. But you don't have to tell them anything else. You know that, right? All right. Enjoy yourself. All righty. So I hear a speech, so I'm going to head over and see what they're saying. Hear what they're saying.
Yeah, anybody that's willing to donate, talk to that girl. If you haven't got it signed yet, get over there, get her signed.
And we're auctioning it off, yeah. Tonight at 6, yeah. So anyways, we've got George and Dominique. They're going to come and speak at for TBOF, Taking Back Our Freedoms, here shortly. Also, we have Lindsay Butler coming to do a performance on stage for us. And I just got off the phone with another fella who is helping us a lot here make this happen. And he's going to come with a 4-man band and set up here as well. That'll be around 3 p.m. today. Also, we got Mr. Dennison coming to do a motivational speech for us. And I don't know if any of you know him. Anybody know Dennison? Yeah, he's coming. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah, and that's about it for now. Have fun. Let's get Canada free again. And have some freedom.
Alrighty. So, looks like there's a bit of a lull in the action. So I'm going to cut the feed now for a little bit, rest my phone, recharge the battery, and I will be back a little bit later on. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this. Thanks for your support. And, well, I'll put out a notification when I go live again.